I'm not satisfied with this. I just opened this a few times and I decorated most of the pages, but I just don't feel it. It's stiff. It's, yeah, I don't know, but this one I did not decorate, but it works. It works, but on the inside it definitely works, but I just don't feel it on the outside. Look, and then you have to move this, and I don't like it. I just don't like it at all. Especially I'm not liking it when it's in the box. Oh, sorry guys, but my doggies already have their food right next to me, and they always need to protect their food from the big one, the puppy. And somehow I just can't give them food without taking care that she do not take my dog's food. Nope, that's not your, no. You have your own food. Je hebt zelf brokjes. Alright, try not to disturb what I was telling here, but yeah, I'm gonna whip it off, guys. So yeah, maybe I only almost have one paper set ruined with all these papers, but I'm just gonna take everything out. Maybe I still can use these pages, I don't know, but I am gonna take them all out. Yep, I am. Let's see where the middle is. Let's see how I can take these out. I think I'm just going to cut these out. But I'm just gonna do it because I don't like it. I absolutely don't like it. So I am gonna redo whatever I want to add in that opening of the box, because I just don't feel it. So yep, guys, definitely gonna let it in with the guys, let it. So yep, like this one, I just can use a bigger ruler. I just can take this off. You also can use your cutter, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna tell doing the tutorials, because yeah, it's not that bad, but I don't like it. It's really too stiff. Maybe if I use the 120 grams, I don't know, but if that will work even better, I have no clue. But for now, I'm just gonna take this off because yep, I don't like it. I don't like how it looks, and I'm just gonna take everything off. And then I'm gonna see what I can do with these papers. Maybe I still can use them, I don't know. Just gonna see that, and otherwise just gonna throw it in the trash. Because like I told you many times, I'm in it. This is totally ruined. Yep, I even can take this knot properly out. Was cutting maybe better? See that? I'm just gonna take you into the process, like I always do. Just gonna take you into the process. And I also show you the mistakes. As I always tell you, it's hand make work, so mistakes are also there. This is not a pocket. Oh my gosh. Alright, just gonna take this out. I always can make a nice card with this, so not completely ruined, but yeah. It feels like I failed. I absolutely was thinking that this would work, but yeah, somehow now it's Monday morning. I just don't feel it. I don't feel it. Especially the outcome, how it looks in the box. It just does not look as nice. And then I think then you have spent so much time on creating a nice piece on your desk, and then it just does not look nice at the end. At least I think that it does not look nice. The dogs are still fighting for their food. It's always a struggle, guys. I'm so sorry for the noise, but this is the only way that I can see that my dogs are having their breakfast. See, this is also, well, almost, not completely, but yeah, I think I better can put everything in the trash and just start over, not using this, because it is a big failure. It is a big failure. I am so sorry that it could not work. This is not just one page, is it? Oh, maybe it's the outside, because it's really a sturdy one. I wish that everything would work. There we go. That's the tiniest one. The Yorkshire Terrier you will hear now. Well, this is actually pretty sturdy. I can use this and make this as a tag. Nice card. Why not? Alright, I'm gonna tear everything down. Just still with care to see what I can save. And I'm just gonna start all over. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Yep. Alright, so I still have 3 sets left. Enough papers to do whatever I think that I'm gonna do. So you better do not do what I just did. Do not make this, but I'm gonna tell you just before everything. But I'm definitely gonna show. I'll leave everything inside just to show you what I did, that I just don't like it. But maybe you do. Maybe you find a way that this works for you guys. So, all right. Stupid me. Maybe even if I let 2 pieces on each other, is that maybe an idea? Just that you have a very nice looking booklet, maybe? Is that an idea? We just cut right along. Okay, get a headache of this one. Why do I even bother? It's just so darn ugly. It is. It is. It is way too ugly. Nope, 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 nope. That's just not completely. Nope. Okay, so I cut everything out. There were 2 pages that are totally ruined with the pockets be open. Oh, look at this. This is nice. Oh, look. The York has eaten everything. So I'm happy. So I finally know that she had a good breakfast, because I was a little bit worried that she does not eat very well. since the puppy eats very fast their food. So I'm happy now. Alright, gone with the distractions, I hope. So I just kept everything else, like this one. And I think I'm gonna give this to my mom because she loves to make cards. So she definitely can do something with this. Still making a nice tags with these or cards, but these are the covers. And they are really sturdy, so maybe I'm gonna reuse those, but not sure. But God, what a waste of time. So anyway, so these were all the pieces that were fitting in. I'm gonna give these as well to my mom. Yes! Vriend start. Clean, not a vriend start. A clean start. Alright, get it on. I think that I first go worry about the rest of the decorations. Well, this is actually, I want to use this one, but now I do see that the purple is here. Well, I still like this one. So I'm gonna do the decorations for this one. Just gonna see if the wings are fitting, at least the best I can. And then afterwards I know exactly how many papers I have left after my stupid journal. But just I'm gonna let that behind me and not worrying about that any longer, because it has no use. You just going to move on and just see how it all work out further. That's so much more important. Alright, so I'm gonna cut my piece that I'll want to have here. Do need to cut down a little bit of the wings, just a tiny little piece. That's no worry at all. Cut your piece nice and straight. That's why I love to use this cutting board, because I can put my papers right along those scoring pieces. Okay, that looks nice. I like it. Do we have some nice pieces that maybe we can use for extra decorations? I just don't know, because if I want, then it's this time. Oh, this looks fancy. Not sure just yet where I want those. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait to glue that down, because if I want to add something, then I need to wait, maybe even ribbons. So I wait. But this looks nice, doesn't it? Yep. Let's go to the other side. Let's go to this side. All right, here we have the blue, but yeah, it's no worry what you want to use. Maybe you have some leftover pieces. I do, but that does not fit. I'm just gonna go in with my papers. Definitely want maybe a nice image at the bottom. Again, I do love that. Oh wow, I love this one. Fits beautiful. All right, that's a nice option. Let's go further. What else do we have? We also have this large one that does not fit. We have another one right here, but it's maybe too light for the outside. I do love this image as well, but that image is too big. So I will go for the lilac. So save this, and I'm gonna cut this papers in the white size. I already used the brown for these pieces, so I'm not gonna use the brown for the decorations of this part. But if you like, then it's totally up to you, of course. Let's see if I cut this correctly. Just want to have this perfect. Yeah. Here we go. Let's cut this piece as well. And same thing, I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna glue this down just to see if I want to have some decorations, because I still have some. And then I think I first go to the top, see what kind of that I want right there. Sometimes I do like to have those edges a little bit more distressed. There we go. And then at the end, I like this. Okay, that's the next one. Do we also want something at the bottom? You always can do that, of course. Let's go to the next part. This one, yeah, it's totally open. Let's see which, well, I actually do like all three different colors. So actually I do like some blue ones. I really like this one. Or shall we keep it plain? And then maybe we're gonna add some decorations on. Maybe we're gonna use this one under the blue. Oh God, I love that. That is actually exactly what I like on the outside. So that is what I'm gonna do on the blue, I guess. Yes. And then maybe this one on this side. What do you think? All right. I'm just gonna do that. So first I'm gonna cut this piece. I want to save this the strip on the bottom. I just love that strip way too much. Nice to the edges. There we go. Well, let's cut this piece. Let's cut this first this way, so I still save this strip. You never know where we're gonna use that for. Alright, that's the first. Okay, that. Then I'm gonna cut out this image. I think that fits marvelous, but it does not fit completely. So, but I will see how that works. Alright, see you in a second. Okay, so I have cut this out, but I missed this one. And you can choose for cutting this or just move this a little to the side. So yeah, let me just check how that looks. So then we need to cut this one off. Still need a little bit more. then it looks like this, and you miss a piece of this one. But if you glue this on here, then you only miss this piece. And I think I will choose for that. So here we go. So we're going to be as close as we can to the edges. I'm going to do, I think, in the middle. I'm going to try to do this in the middle. Yeah, I think that choice was the best. You only miss a little wing. Cool, I love it. I just love this image so much. Yep, even that I use it twice, I don't mind. Alright, so at the end, we're gonna add this, and I chose for the other blue one on the other side, just to have it in one nice piece. Okay, so that is going on here, and then we have here the purple one. Oh my gosh, this looks, and the green one on the other side, and this one on here. Yep, I like that a lot. All right, let's go to the top. What shall we do on the top? Let's find a nice piece. Actually, I want to have it solid because we have these flowers, so maybe a brown one. Then we have used all 4 colors, so this is an option, and this one is an option, and this one is an option for the top one. You also can use this one, maybe too busy. Alright, let's see what we want. I always like to see where the flowers comes the best on its purpose. And I also have still pieces of this one. And I think the dark one fits is best. What do you say? Just a nice dark top. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the brown one. The dark brown without the image. Okay, cut your piece. You can, of course, you can choose whatever paper that you like, but I go for the dark brown. Maybe I'm gonna do the brown edge on this one as well. Alright, let's do this with the brown edge. Then we can cut our piece. Always check if you are having this correctly. Yep. Alright, and then we can do this one on here. Doesn't matter which direction, it all comes together. I want to grab my cutting board, haha, but it was in front of me. Oh my. Yes, 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 yes. Here we go. Smooch the edges, glue it on. And then we're gonna see how we are going to decorate this. Well, this is pretty high, so I hope I still can film this a little bit. Here we go. Yes, nice. Okay, I definitely need to glue this down on top of the box and then decorate. So I'm gonna put my glue gun in the electric box so it can heat it up. Yeah, 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 yes. So how was your weekend, by the way? I had again a marvelous, steady, cozy, quiet weekend, which I love. No appointments, no nothing, no parties, nope, no birthdays. Love it. Love, love, love it. Just coziness. Time to do your laundry, time to do your house a little. Just do nothing. Do some groceries. Yes. Make sure your edges are nicely burned down. Not burned down, burnished. Oh, crazy me. Now this is a time where you think which one, well, it actually does not matter which side it's front. It's totally not related to everything. Alright, so I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do, but first let me put the hot glue on. Okay, so I have my flowers uncut with the iron wires. I'm just gonna start with this one. So I cut the lace, and now I am gonna put that on. See how that looks. You also can use the fabric tag, of course. The only reason why I use hot glue is because it's white ready. I don't have to wait. That's the only reason. It stays right away. That's the beauty. That's the only reason. Here we go. Let's go to the other side. Doing the same thing. Okay. Here we go. Last one. Here we go. All right, that's done. Then we can go, yeah, it's either way, this way or this way, it totally does not matter. I always like to start with the big one in the middle. This one is a little bit tricky with all these, but don't cut these off, otherwise these will not be steady. So I'm just gonna put this on, I'm gonna push it down, and the hot glue will do its job. Love this flower. All right, let's get started with that one. We do have the leaves, but I wanna not go too quickly with the leaves, but also not too late, so that's a little bit tricky what you want to do with that. But first we're gonna go with the other big ones, the big flowers, how we want to add that. So I have this one and this one. Well, actually these are pretty big as well, but these we can squeeze in a little bit. So really like this setting. But these are looking a little more vibrant. But those together are absolutely stunning, I think. Just play around a little bit. This is the same color as this one, so that would look amazing. I think I will go for the vibrant one. Yeah, I think that's a good start, because it really pop up away from this one. I'm just gonna squeeze that a little under, not too much. Just lift this up just a tiny bit, so this flower really pops up a little bit more. Okay, I like that. We still need to wait with the leaves, or is this the time? I think we wait just a little longer. All right, then we have these ones. I don't think that it's a bad idea to do these a little bit the same. Not too much squeezing right here. I want to have a full, of course, the Alright, I want to have the full look of this color. I like that. I think now it's the time to add the leaves. Let's first focus on where we're going to add those other ones. I think one here. That gives a little nice image. And then one pink here as well. And then we still have some blue ones that we can add on this side as well. But I don't want to have a perfect round piece. We still can do that if you want to. Then you just need to fill this side a little. Then you are going to keep that in the middle. Alright, so the leaves, I guess then, I think one here. definitely one on the opposite side. Alright, and then we have one more that needs not too far away from one piece. So I'm going to go for this right here. Alright, that looks pretty natural, doesn't it? Alright, and then we're just going to keep going. And of course you can add these wherever you want. I'm just gonna do whatever I think fits nice. I think I even can put this one on here if I want. It's not that bad. What do you think? Just gonna look in the camera as well to see how it looks on top. This definitely needs, but I also can use these on here. Small one. Where do we want this one? I think I'm first gonna add this one right here. I want my picker, my pin set for this. Just to be sure that I will not drop it. So for the noise, sometimes a picker is just a little bit easier to grab a piece. Here, I think another one. Oh, I am. Okay, that looks nice. So I really want that pink one. Wait, where do you want this? I definitely want it somewhere, but is that a good choice? Maybe even on this side. Good heaven. Make up your mind. Make up your mind, I know. Okay, that's a good even thing. Alright, then we have these small blue ones, but I think I first go dig in, because I also have these brown ones, and these I always love to use those to tuck in somewhere. Just lift pieces up and then just tuck it in. I always love to do those. Tuck it in wherever you think needs one. So what I always say about these bouquets, start with the big one and end up with the smallest one. That is how I like to do things. I'm just gonna lift this up a little so I can squeeze another one right there under. This can have some you can make a round bouquet or a long one, a triangle one. It is all up to you what you prefer. What do you like? But yeah, just use it all up. I normally use it all. Use it all. Okay, and then we have these small ones to give that last shape, like here is a little bit too much brown. So we can end up with a tiny blue one. Oop. Just fell in my basket. And I think it can use a little blue here. Always find a way to leave these glue hair pieces. Alright, and then we have one last one. Where do we want this one? I think right here feels nice. Oop. Yeah, that's sometimes. Then I even use a picker and then I still drop it. Okay. Still love to use with the hot glue. I just love it. Okay, not bad. Right, so I have a little glue here on my in my little tray, but thank God it's plastic, so I can remove that really quick. Have it in my vest. But I still love to work with that. Alright, so what do you think? Oh my gosh, I love it. Yep, I like it. So what else? You still can add something if you want. I think I like this more on the side, but maybe you like it somewhere here. We still have loads of things that we can use with. This is also nice. Not bad at all. You even have these little guys to just decorate. It's just an option, guys. It's just an option. I have no particular things that I like too, but it's an option. It's an option. I'll come back for that. I always like to use those options later. I also have these ones which we can make a nice corner with, but I don't know. Well, we could use that right here, but then we don't have on this side. You also can put these on the sides and one here. That's also an idea, or maybe even on top here. It is all an idea. You can make one here and also here, but not here. That's a little pity. But anyways, yep. Save these for later till the final thing. But yeah, it all comes together, which I like. Alright, so what's next? I really want to have these on just because I like to have this finished. So I'm just gonna watch what I still have. We still have some of these that we still have cut out. Maybe it's too much. It's just what you like to use. Just go into and use what you have. We still have some ribbons. Oh, I also have this thing, so we definitely need to make a nice charm maybe. Yep, just use what you have. Maybe you want to have this at the bottom with a little bow or something. God, we have so much still. All right, this is not because it's from another one. Yep. I think I'm just gonna glue this on. What do you think? Just to keep this one plain. And if I want to use something, then I always can glue it on instead of push it through the paper. Oh, struggling with choices.